One small mistake, yes, one small mistake, and your family will have to go to the court for 15 years. You work for 30 years, burn the midnight oil, you sacrifice your life, but then only one mistake will put your family into the court for 15 years. What is it? It is no succession plan. Did you know that 76% of the civil cases in India, yes, you heard me right, 76% of the civil cases in India are because of the disputes in family and property. Most people don't lose their wealth in market. They lose it after death. Now let me give you two examples. First would be Atlas. Everyone in their childhood would have driven the Atlas cycle. Yes, Atlas cycle. For some it would be a nostalgic memory. For some it would be their childhood memories. Where is Atlas cycle now? The business has gone. What happened? There was not a proper succession plan which was written. The founders did not identify the right people who would manage the business. And today, Atlas cycle is nowhere. Now the second example everyone might have heard. Vijay Singhania built Raymond's and handed over to his son Gautam Singhania, believing everything was enough. There was no phase-wise handover, no written plan, and no protection for the founders. Once control shifted from Vijay Singhania to Gautam Singhania, differences turned into disputes, awe over authority, property, and respect. What looked like a succession became separation. Hence, what is the lesson out of here? The lesson is succession is not about giving everything at once. It's about planning roles, rights, and securities for both generations. So, who actually is the real villain? The real villain is silence. Yes, the real villain is silence. It's not greed. It's not bad people. It's total silence. In India, we avoid talking about death, incapability, succession, and we delay decisions. These delayed decisions cost a lot for your next generation. Silence becomes expensive. So most Indian founders suffer from a syndrome called as sticky baton syndrome, which means they always say everything is for you. Beta, sab tere liye hai. But this is just verbal. There is no paperwork. And there is no thing written over control and transfer. So control and transfer never happens. No paperwork is done. It's only verbal promise which does not hold good in terms of law. So what really breaks? Wealth does not break. Family do. Here is the saddest part. Wealth usually survives. Family does not. When wealth gets stuck in court, relationship freezes, relationship fractures, communication stops, and trust quietly dies, and the assets are frozen. Today, as we speak, over 2 lakh crores is lying in Indian banks, PPF, LIC. This money is not stolen. It's not lost. It's just stuck because families cannot prove their legal ownership. Now let me tell you some common myths. Nomination trap. Yes. You usually feel that nomination, I have nominated my family members, I have nominated my wife or husband in all the financial assets or the real estate assets. But nomination does not mean they are the owners. Yes. Myth is I have nominated my wife, I have given her the share of my real assets or my financial assets. But the truth is, nomination is just a custodian. He is just a postman who collects the parcel and gives it to the legal heirs. Yes, legal heirs. So nomination is not the owner. Second is, I have written a will. If I go, the will whatever I have written in the will, it will go to my legal heirs properly in a legal manner. Well, that's right. But you should you should know that in Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata, the will after you go has to be done probate. Means it has to be given in the court for validation, which means that the court will check the will, it will check whether the will is proper, and it will tell the executor to distribute the assets as given in the will, which may take 6 to 12 months. If certain legal heir is not willing to accept the will, it might go for contesting of the will, which means the person can say that it is a fake will, unfair will, and he can approach the court to challenge the will. So how do ultra wealthy people avoid these traps? They create a structure called as trust. Think of trust as a box that does not die while an individual passes away. The box remains as it is. It does not passes the assets itself, but in this case, it passes the remote control. The biggest benefit is zero probate and 100% privacy, which means that your family is out of court and in peace of mind after you go. So I have created a 3 steps roadmap for you so that you can act now. First would be write the rules. Decide who owes what clearly. Example, you owe a house and a business. Write down who gets the house, who controls the business, and what happens if one child wants to exit. If it's not written, everyone will have their own versions of the truth. Second, build a structure. Use the right legal structure to protect these rules. A will decides distribution. A trust ensures that the business runs smoothly even something happens to you, and it protects your assets. These structures make sure emotion does not changes the plan. Rule without structure does not survive. Third, have the talk. Explain the plan to your family. Example, sit down with your family and say, this is how you want to divide the assets. This is who takes decisions, and this is why. Silence creates assumptions. Conversation creates clarity.